Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Monday morning. It is November 13th. We'll get to the weather in just a second, as well as your news headlines. But first, of course, a reminder for you. We're live here on Facebook Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. for you, almost every day. You can find it later on your Facebook feed throughout the day, whenever it's convenient for you. Or you can join us on air from 5 to 7 in the morning for First News, Monday through Friday. Also, you can find us on our Inforum YouTube channel, and you can find us on your favorite podcast platform as well. Just go to inforum.com/podcast and look for the Inforum Minute. All right, Dillon, by November standards, the next few days are way above average.
Yeah,
they're looking nice.
Yeah, super nice. Temperatures 50s and 60s. Super nice. Our average this time of year is 39 degrees. That is today's average temperature. So, yep, get out there and enjoy it.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful day today. Really not much of a wind. A little bit more of a wind late in the afternoon.
Okay.
Otherwise, nice day to be outside. Same thing with tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yeah, cool.
So, nice stretch temperatures, very quiet. Next chance of rain, snow comes, looks like Thursday.
Okay.
Doesn't look like much though,
All right.
just a little bit, and it'll probably be up to the north too. So,
Okay.
very quiet, very dull. I mean, quiet weather is good this time of year.
Yeah,
You know what can happen.
exactly.
It can really be bad really quick. So,
Probably fire up the grill at some point this week. Get outside, grill a little.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll take a couple walks.
Yeah, it's nice to be outside and not, freeze your tail off.
It is very nice to be outside and not freeze your tail
Yeah,
off.
not as windy either.
No,
So the wind has kind of died
A
down.
little breezy yesterday, but
Yeah,
it's not as windy
from
today.
yesterday. Yeah,
It won't be,
so-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got out this morning when I got to work at like 3 a.m. and I was like,
Yeah.
not bad out here.
I know, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm okay with it, being outside when it's 30 degrees.
Last night and into this morning, we got a lot of pictures into the newsroom. Tell
Yep.
us about what those were.
Yeah, Northern Lights, got pictures. There was a lot of hype on social media. I saw it too on Saturday night, the Northern Lights coming out. I was looking at things. I was like, they're not going to come out. And they didn't, because we had clouds. And I think they did come out like about 2 to 4 a.m.-ish.
Oh, okay.
We had clouds. We couldn't see it anyway.
Sure.
And then, of course, they did come out last night. They were out from about 7 to about 10.
Okay.
And yeah, I got a lot of great pictures of them. Probably not going to be out tonight. Last night was kind of a weird event, but we'll see. We're going higher and higher to our what it's called a solar cycle, and the solar cycle is when sunspots, basically from the sun, become more frequent, and that's how we get more Northern Lights opportunities. To put it in a really short term, and really short story.
Yeah.
So many more opportunities probably this winter. It's just going to get cold.
Sure.
Which, it's you usually only see Northern Lights in the winter.
Is it easier to see them in the winter because the nights are
Yep,
longer?
Exactly why.
essentially?
We get if we had the same amount of darkness in the summer that we do the winter, we would be able to see the Northern Lights in the summer too. It's just we have 16 hours of daylight on the longest day of the year here. So there's really not much opportunity for the Northern Lights to appear. Sure. And that's why when people think of the Northern Lights, they think of the winter because it's just dark.
Yeah.
And the darker sky is obviously easier for the aurora.
More opportunity for
More opportunity, exactly.
Cool.
So there you go.
If viewers have a picture of the aurora to send in, where should they send it?
Weather@WDAY.com.
Cool.
That is our email. And yeah, we've got a whole lot of photos.
Heck yeah.
I love seeing them.
Anything else?
Vikings won.
They did.
Timberwolves won.
Josh Dobbs, 2-0.
Anthony Edwards owns the Warriors.
Yeah.
That too. Hope there's no Golden State fans. Ooh, we got a big like. I don't know what that is, but I like that.
I like
All
that.
right.
All right, Dillon. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, we do have some news headlines to get into this morning. First of all, this was a breaking news story this morning. No school today in Ogema, Minnesota. Students in kindergarten to third grade not having class today because of a fire that happened in the school building over the weekend. Waubun Public Schools posted on social media saying that a small fire started yesterday. It was contained to the mechanical room, but there was a lot of smoke that spread throughout the building, so the environment inside just isn't safe for students just yet. Students in the district, though, that go to Waubun that are fourth graders and older, they are still having class today. The district says they're going to keep providing updates, of course, on the building in Ogema as they learn more and get things kind of cleaned up there. Big news story this morning. Busy roads back open here in the metro in Fargo and West Fargo for your morning commute after a big electrical transformer. It was actually something that weighed like 500,000 pounds. It was huge on the back of a semi. Would have blocked you from getting anywhere on 45th Street this morning here in Fargo, but that's now parked. It's reached its destination. It's off 32nd Avenue South, just kitty corner from the Mexican Village restaurant. If you drive by that area, you'll probably be able to see it. The city had a goal to get that thing moved by 5 a.m. to, of course, beat all the traffic that would be out this morning, and they did that. So that's done. New this morning, we now know the name of a driver who was killed this weekend after a pickup truck hit a semi on I-29. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the pickup was driving the wrong way on the road. The crash happened yesterday just north of Grandin in Trail County, which is between Fargo and Grand Forks. The driver of that Ford F-150 was driving north in the southbound lanes, ended up hitting a semi-truck that was coming from Canada. The driver, now identified as 39-year-old Simabuno Tor, died at the scene. We also know there was 2 people in the semi-truck. Neither of them were hurt. Right now, the crash is still under investigation, and we are working to learn exactly why that person was driving in the wrong lanes, headed the wrong direction on the interstate. This morning, we're working to learn more details about a grain elevator fire that happened in Fergus Falls. Firefighters were on the scene all night long. The fire was contained to the dryer area of the elevator, where it is believed to have started. A shelter-in-place order was lifted about 8:30 last night. We spoke with firefighters from the Fergus Falls Fire Department early this morning. They say they're going to release more information about exactly what happened to start that fire and all those details a little bit later today. So stick with us for an update there. Today, the bells will start ringing outside of businesses in Detroit Lakes. You all know that sound, the ding, ding, ding sound outside of businesses, those red kettle bells. It's a fundraiser, of course, for Salvation Army. This is starting today in Detroit Lakes. All the money from the drive will stay in Becker County, benefiting the families in need there. Kettles can be found at Central Market and L&M Fleet this year, as well as certain days at Walmart's when the Salvation Army has volunteers. Of course, those donations are primarily cash and coins, but you can write a check. Just make sure they're written out to the Becker County Red Kettle Campaign or whichever specific campaign you're giving to, and then deposit that in the Red Kettle in Detroit Lakes. The same thing is going to be starting in Fargo on Friday, so coming soon to the metro area. Big national story this morning, of course. Thanksgiving just around the corner now. The AAA has put out its report about holiday travelers and what they can expect next week. The forecast predicts that this will be one of the top 3 busiest Thanksgiving travel weekends ever. More than 55 million Americans are expected to travel at least 50 miles from home. I will be one of them. That's more than 16% of the entire country on the move. Of course, people are going to be driving. 49 million people expected to hit the roads in their vehicles. Now, obviously, that could create some traffic congestion, but apparently it's going to be a lot worse for people who are flying. And while there are fewer people that go in the sky as travel, close to 4 to 7 million people expected to fly. Apparently, the looming government shutdown this weekend could slow down air traffic. Well, that's because some airport workers, like TSA agents, would be expected to work without getting paid, and that of course will cause its own issues. All right, big show today for Hot Mic with Dom Izzo. A huge Overreaction Monday episode is on tap after a monster football weekend, which will include Minot's Chauncey Hendershot after the Magicians won their first state title in 43 years. Plus, are the Bison back in play to get seeded for the FCS playoffs? Jeff Kolpak will answer that as NDSU gets its biggest win of the season. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com. And don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to Inforum.com. Just go to Inforum.com/subscribe to take advantage of that deal. And then, of course, join us throughout the rest of the day for our newscasts. Our next one's at 11, and 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back with First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7. So join us then. Have a good day, everyone, and stay safe.